is my guest today. He's been involved in many cases in specializing in commercial litigation, commercial arbitration as well. And he has also been involved in working with the World Bank doing an index on contracts, commercial enforcement of commercial contracts in Sri Lanka. And Nishan had been working under several senior lawyers in Sri Lanka. His practice sails from company law to commercial law to a wide range. Nishan, I'm not going to give you a full CV, but welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing today?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Good. Now, you mainly practice in the field of corporate law and commercial law, like I was just briefing in my introduction. What are the changes? Now, we all know it's about 10 years now, the Companies Act, which came onto board in 2007, Act number 7. What are the changes that are important for the public to know that were brought about by this Companies Act?
Okay. Before the Act of 2007, there was a Companies Act of 1982.
Yeah.
The 2007 Act, at its outset, seeks to have a single shareholder company.
Yeah.
So, in the previous Act, we were not able to have a single shareholder company, but the new Act has provided for single shareholder company. So, with one shareholder, the company can be commenced. Then thereafter, you get also the taking out of the object clauses of the Companies Act. So, if a company has in its objects a certain business which the company is to be engaged in, and if the company is acting against that objects, that is called the doctrine of ultra vires. So the doctrine of ultra vires has been taken out. So a company need not strictly adhere to the nature of the business which it initially thought of commencing and continuing. Then thereafter, we also see in the new Companies Act a separate chapter for directors' duties. So a director of a company is part of the management of the company. So the company has to be controlled. So you get the shareholders who are the owners of the company, and you get the directors who do the controlling or the managing of the day-to-day affairs of the company. So the directors are also given certain duties and obligations, and in respect of imputing their expertise in managing the company. So a separate chapter has been brought in to the Companies Act from sections 188 to about section 215 in respect of directors' duties. So in addition, the new Companies Act has also provided for a specialized court to hear disputes in respect of company matters. So that is the court which has been established in terms of Article 154P of this Constitution that came pursuant to the 13th Amendment, and we call it the Commercial High Court. So this Commercial High Court right now is situated in the Western Province and situated in Colombo, which has been given the exclusive jurisdiction to hear and determine disputes which arise out of this Companies Act have to be heard by this exclusive court which is vested with the powers. So thereafter, in the Companies Act, you also find chapters in respect of winding up of a company. So winding up of a company is basically killing the company, or the company coming to its end. So you get a chapter in respect of winding up, in respect of amalgamations, mergers. So it's quite a comprehensive piece of legislature comprising of more than 529 sections.
Right. You said single shareholder, which also means single director can be.
Yes.
Single shareholder, single director can be the same person.
Correct.
This is a bit of a confusion certain people do have.
Yes.
Do I need two directors still and single shareholder?
Yes.
Of course, if you get proper advice, it won't come through.
Yes.
Can, now, in a company, in certain countries, you can choose any name and make a company
Yes.
name.
Yes.
But we have certain restrictions. Are the restrictions still there, or can I, for example, take any name and form a company in Sri Lanka?
Your decision on selecting your name would be subject to a search, an initial search which you'd have to carry out at the Registrar of Companies.
Right.
So the Registrar of Companies is situated in Colombo 10. You merely have to go there with your name and you can do a company search. So your name also is subject to certain preclusions. You cannot use, for example, the name of Sri Lanka in your company name without special approval
Yes.
from the registrar.
Right.
Your name cannot be misleading in respect of a name which is already in existence. So basically, in a recent case which we decided in the commercial court, was where two companies which were using the name very similar to each other, and one was challenging the registrar's decision to permit this second company from carrying or being permitted to have a similar name. So misleading names are not permitted, and there are certain words such as Sri Lanka, such as Parliament, etc., which cannot be used unless special permission have been obtained from the registrar.
Okay, I can understand.